Welcome to the studio at Africa's Green Economy Summit. Today we are joined by Mike Whitfield, who is the Managing Director of Nissan Africa. Welcome, Mike.
Thank you very much, and thank you for having us here today.
Of course. So to start off with, Nissan is the official partner of this event, one of the official partners. What do you think makes Nissan Africa a valuable contributor to Africa's green economy?
I think very importantly, Nissan is and has been operating in Africa since the 1950s. We very much see Africa as the last frontier for automotive. We have a 100% owned manufacturing operation both in South Africa and in Egypt, and we have two smaller operations in Nigeria and Ghana who we have with partners. But for us, we really believe that we can play a role in creating and providing mobility solutions throughout Africa. And if we look at Africa, which has 17% of the world's population and today produces only 1.2% of global auto production, and none of it moved into the new energy vehicle space, a massive opportunity, I think, for all of us to play. And Nissan is very much committed to being part of that journey to e-mobility, but more important, to unlock the sustainable mobility in Africa.
And as you've touched on, there are so many innovations that are coming to the fore in e-mobility, and especially in Africa with green hydrogen-powered vehicles and renewable energy-powered vehicles. But what does Nissan Africa see as the next big opportunity for green mobility in Africa?
It's going to be a journey, whatever way one looks at it. We don't see Africa necessarily leading the way in terms of EV adoption. It'll be the pace at which it comes will depend from country to country as governments from a policy, affordability, regulatory point of view. But in terms of where do we see the next leap? Obviously, the technologies that are out there is green hydrogen, full EV technology that we've just introduced. In fact, we will be sharing it with a lot of the media and some of our partners during the next few days. For Africa is what we call e-power, which gives you all the benefits of an electric vehicle without the range anxiety. So that is part of the step in terms of that journey. So yes, goes to full battery, it goes to solid state. I don't think at this stage anyone has the ultimate solution. It'll be a mixture of different solutions as we evolve, and technology is moving so fast.
And as Africa evolves into this new net zero future that we're approaching, how do you see localization? Because you did speak in a panel earlier about localizing the green value chain for a sustainable future in Africa. So what opportunities stand out for you with regards to Africa's potential to build a local value chain?
So I think first and foremost, as I say, EVs will happen in Africa, but not necessarily lead the way. We will follow other developed economies as it goes. But what we must remember is globally, you will have 350 million EVs in the world in the next 8 to 10 years. And a significant portion of the raw materials that are needed for those EV come out of Africa. DRC, Zimbabwe, and a number of other countries are the components and the raw materials needed for lithium-ion batteries and other technologies associated with new energy vehicles. And as Africa, we must move away from exporting the raw materials. We must do what DRC has just done, where they've said, no, we don't export raw materials, we add value. And I think that's going to be the real driver from a value chain point of view in Africa, is that we use the raw materials we've got, we add value, and we become a significant part of the value chain of EVs growing all over the world, and ultimately, obviously, then being in a position to contribute and build the same products in Africa.
So then are there any plans in motion for Nissan Africa in trying to join the e-mobility revolution?
Without doubt. Globally, we are leaders in terms of electric vehicles. We started with a electric vehicle called the Leaf, which was very much the forerunner. We've just launched a number of new electric vehicles in the world, particularly in Europe and the US, and we continue to roll that out and progressively become more and more EV, or in fact EV manufacturing. And in Europe, we foresee that by 2030, a significant portion of all our sales will be electric. In Africa, we will follow. We'll start the journey very much with e-power and follow that with EV, full EV, as the countries and markets adapt to be ready for it. But yes, we certainly will be part of it. And it's an amazing, it's not only from an environmental point of view, which is obviously EV is very significant, but it's a totally different ownership experience as well.
Well, thank you so much for talking to us today, Mike. That's definitely something to look forward to. And to our viewers who are watching, you can share your thoughts with us in the comment section down below. And you can make sure to like and subscribe to see more content like this. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.